Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mike here, and I'm joined by the amazing Karen.
Always a pleasure, Mike.
We're diving into another blog post from the 50 Mistakes series today,
Well,
and
this one's a good one.
it is. It's mistake number 19,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all about the impact of weak branding.
Yeah, at first glance, you might think branding is just about like
Logos.
logos, taglines, that sort of thing,
The pretty stuff.
the pretty stuff. But there's actually a lot more to it strategically.
It's the foundation. It's so important.
It really is.
Arun Kumar Raman, he really nails it in this post.
He does.
He argues that a hotel's brand is its foundation. It's the essence of what helps potential guests understand what you're all about and why they should choose you.
And that's especially important, in a market like India.
So competitive.
So competitive. There are so many hotels out there all vying for attention.
So many.
You really need a strong brand identity to cut through the noise.
You really do.
Otherwise, you can have the best amenities,
The best prices.
the best location, but
Doesn't matter.
if you don't have a strong brand,
It's just another hotel room.
you're just lost in the sea of options.
Imagine you put all of your heart and soul
Everything.
into creating a unique hotel experience,
Yeah,
and then someone's just scrolling online and they scroll right past you.
because your branding is just blah.
Oh,
It's
yes.
like you're invisible.
That's the kind of scenario we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, we're going to dissect that.
Yeah, and this blog post, it really dives into some of the serious consequences of weak branding.
Mm.
One that stood out to me is attracting the wrong kind of guest.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen that happen.
It's like setting up this romantic candlelit dinner and then having a bunch of rowdy tourists come and barge in.
Not the vibe you were going for.
Not the vibe at all.
No, and then you end up with complaints and bad
It
reviews.
just goes downhill from there
Yeah, your branding needs to send a very clear message
about who you are.
about who you are, what you offer.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, you just get this mismatch of expectations and no one's happy.
and speaking of unhappy,
Yeah.
your bottom line
Oh, yeah. Weak branding can hit you right in the wallet.
directly.
If you can't differentiate yourself, you end up having to compete on price alone.
And that's just a race to the bottom.
It is. No one wins that game.
So Arun, he shares this really fascinating case study
Oh, yeah. This is a great example.
about this family-run boutique hotel in Tamil Nadu,
Mhm.
and they were struggling to attract bookings, even
They
though
had great amenities, a great location.
they had it all.
They really did.
But their
It
branding,
was just so generic.
they were just blending in with every other hotel in the area.
Invisible, practically.
So they realized they had to make a change.
They had to revamp their whole brand.
They started with a new logo and tagline.
Something that really captured their essence.
Exactly.
But they didn't stop there.
Oh no, they went all in.
They really did. They wove their family history and traditions into every part of the guest experience.
I love that.
Me too.
Like they had black and white photos of their grandparents who started the hotel,
Oh, wow.
local textiles and the decor.
And cooking classes with family recipes.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was all about making their heritage tangible.
making it an experience.
Exactly.
And it worked.
It did. Their bookings went up 35% within 6 months.
That is amazing.
That's the power of a strong brand.
It really is.
When you invest in creating something that truly reflects what makes you unique, it resonates with people.
It draws them in.
And you can even charge higher prices because you're offering something special.
You know, I know some hotel owners might be listening to this and thinking, okay, this rebranding thing sounds great, but isn't it expensive and complicated?
I'm sure that's a common concern.
It is. So what does Arun say about that?
Well, he addresses that head on.
Okay, good.
He says you don't need a massive budget or a complete overhaul to reap the benefits of branding. Even small strategic changes can make a big impact.
It's about being intentional,
Oh.
about the message that you're sending out to the world.
Exactly. It's all about refining what you already have and making sure it all aligns with your core values and who you're trying to reach.
Okay, so it sounds like we need a plan.
Well, Arun actually gives us a 5-step system.
Okay, break it down for us. What's step one?
First, you got to define your brand values.
Brand values.
What does your hotel really stand for? What are the guiding principles behind your business?
Okay.
What makes you unique?
So this is more than just, providing a comfy bed and a hot shower.
Yeah, it's about the whole experience.
The feeling.
The feeling. What kind of atmosphere do you want to create? What emotions do you want to evoke?
Yeah.
What memories do you want guests to take away?
You want them to remember you.
Exactly.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
So once we've defined these brand values, what's next?
Then you got to create a visual identity.
Ooh, the fun part.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get more tangible. Your logo, your color scheme, typography, overall visual style.
This is where the designers come in.
Right. But it's important to remember that your visual identity, it should be a direct reflection of those brand values we just talked about.
Okay, so it all ties together.
Exactly.
So like if your hotel is all about eco-conscious luxury, you probably wouldn't want like a super flashy logo.
Yeah, that would send the wrong message.
Right.
Your visuals should convey that sense of serenity, sustainability, sophistication.
It's all about speaking to the right people,
Yes.
speaking their language visually.
I got it.
All right.
Okay, so we've got our values, we've got our visuals. What's next?
Next, you need to find your brand voice.
Brand voice.
How do you talk to the world? What's your tone? What's your personality?
So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
I see.
Are you playful and witty? Are you warm and welcoming? Are you sophisticated and elegant?
You got to pick a lane.
Yeah. And then that voice needs to be consistent.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Websites, social media, even how your staff interacts with guests.
It's that consistency.
It's all about creating that cohesive experience that reflects your brand. Got it. So we got our values, we got our visuals, we got our voice. What's the fourth step?
Now this is where the rubber meets the road. You got to align those guest experiences with your brand promise.
Okay, make it real.
Make it real. Every interaction a guest has from booking to checkout needs to be consistent with those values.
You got to walk the walk.
You can't just talk the talk. Think about every touch point. The design of your lobby, how your staff answers the phone, the quality of the amenities.
Even down to like the scent.
Even the scent. Does it all feel cohesive? Does it reflect your brand?
It's all in the detail.
It really is. It's those small touches that can elevate the experience or completely undermine it.
Yeah, like imagine staying at a hotel that claims to be eco-friendly, but then they give you a plastic water bottle.
Oh, yeah, that's a disconnect right there.
You're not living up to your promises.
Actions speak louder than words.
Always.
So consistency is key.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final step.
Get me with it.
Engage your audience.
Okay, get social.
Social media is a big part of it, but it's more than that. It's about creating those meaningful connections with your target audience.
Building relationships.
Building relationships, sharing your story, showcasing what makes your hotel special.
You got to get people excited.
Exactly. Invite them into your world.
Behind the scenes action.
Give them a sneak peek. Show off those unique experiences you offer.
I like that.
Think about the kind of content that would resonate with your target audience.
Okay, give me an example.
Maybe you showcase some local attractions, share some travel tips, or even highlight the stories of your staff members.
Humanize the brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes people feel like they're part of something special.
Like a family.
And don't forget to listen to your audience, respond to their feedback, constantly be looking for ways to improve.
Make it a conversation.
It's an ongoing process. Building a strong brand never really stops.
All right, so we've covered the 5 steps.
Values, visuals, voice experience, engagement.
Got it. Yeah. But Arun doesn't just stop there. He also addresses some of the common objections that hotel owners might have about branding.
Yeah, because let's be real. Not everyone's going to jump on board right away.
Right. There are always going to be some concerns.
Especially about budget.
Especially for smaller hotels.
Yeah, they might think, branding, that's way too expensive.
It can feel like a luxury.
It can, but Arun makes the point that it doesn't have to break the bank.
Oh, goodness.
Even small strategic investments can pay off big time.
It's all about being smart.
Exactly. Prioritize the things that will have the biggest impact.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And then another big concern is that fear of not being creative enough.
Yeah, not everyone's a creative genius.
Right. But branding is all about authenticity.
Being yourself.
Being yourself. Showcasing the heart and soul of your hotel. You don't need to be some design guru or marketing whiz.
Just be real.
Just be real. Be true to yourself and share your passion.
I love that.
And if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed.
There's help out there.
Yeah, there's help out there. Arun mentions this Hotel Growth Hub webinar.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They offer in-depth guidance on branding and how to align it with guest expectations.
Sounds like a great resource.
It is. It's a great opportunity to learn from the experts and get personalized advice.
So you don't have to do it alone.
You don't have to. And you know what? Building a strong brand, it's not just about attracting guests.
What else is it about?
It's about attracting and retaining talented staff.
Oh, that's important.
Very important. When you have that clear brand identity and a strong sense of purpose, it creates a culture that people want to be a part of.
It's a win-win.
It really is.
Everyone's happy.
And Arun really emphasizes the importance of taking action now.
Don't wait.
The hospitality landscape is constantly evolving.
Things change so fast.
They do, and your competitors aren't just sitting around. They're working on their brands trying to get those ideal guests.
So if you wait too long, you're basically giving them a head start.
Exactly. And when you think about it, building a strong brand, it's an investment in the future of your business.
A long-term game.
It's about creating something that will stand the test of time, something that will attract people to you,
And help you thrive.
help you thrive in this competitive market.
I think this ties back to what Arun said earlier about overcoming that fear of missing out,
The FOMO.
the FOMO. When you have that strong brand, you're not trying to keep up with the Joneses anymore.
You're confident in what makes you unique.
You're attracting the right guests, the ones who appreciate what you bring to the table,
It's a much more sustainable approach.
and probably less stressful
Definitely. It's about creating a sense of belonging
for your guests
for your guests
and for yourself.
and for yourself. You're not trying to be everything to everyone. You're focused on being the best version of yourself.
And that just sounds like a better way to run a business.
It is. And, the blog post even touches on the power of storytelling.
Ooh, I love stories. Tell me more.
Arun argues that stories have this power to connect with people on an emotional level, make them feel something, make them remember you.
It's true. A good story sticks with you.
It does. Think about that boutique hotel in Tamil Nadu. They didn't just say they were family-friendly. They told stories about their family history, their traditions, their passion for hospitality.
They brought it to life.
They made it real, and it created this deeper connection with their guests.
It's like you're not just selling a room, you're selling an experience.
Exactly. You're inviting people into your world.
So instead of just listing features and amenities,
You weave them into a narrative.
give me an example.
Instead of saying, we have a swimming pool, you could say, imagine yourself lounging by our sparkling pool, sipping on a refreshing lemonade as the sun sets over the palm trees.
Okay, now that's painting a picture.
You're creating an experience. You're inviting people into your story.
That's way more engaging than just a list of features.
It is. And storytelling doesn't have to be complicated.
Paint it simple.
It can be as simple as sharing a behind-the-scenes photo on Instagram or writing a blog post about your favorite local spot.
It's about capturing those authentic moments.
Exactly. And sharing them with the world.
So find your voice, share your story, connect with your audience.
Make it real, make it human, make it memorable.
It's about more than just the look and feel right.
It is. It's about creating something that really resonates with people.
Something with meaning. It's something that makes them say, I want to stay there.
Yeah. It's that gut feeling.
We talked about the downsides of weak branding.
The wrong guests missing out on revenue.
Yeah, but then we saw that amazing turnaround with the hotel in Tamil Nadu.
It's inspiring, right?
It really is. And Arun's 5-step system, it just lays it all out so clearly.
Values visuals, voice experience, engagement,
Makes it feel doable.
even if you're not a branding expert.
And I like that he addressed those concerns about budget and creativity.
Yeah, because those are real barriers for some people.
It is. He made it clear that you don't need a ton of money or be some creator genius to build a strong brand.
Just be authentic, be yourself.
Exactly. And he even talked about how branding can help you attract and keep great staff,
It's about building a culture that people want to be a part of.
which makes everyone happier.
Guests and staff alike.
That's the dream, right?
It is.
And I keep thinking back to that idea of FOMO.
The fear of missing out.
Yeah. When your brand is strong, you're not constantly looking over your shoulder wondering what everyone else is doing.
You're focused on your own path.
Exactly. You know what you're good at, and you're attracting guests who appreciate that.
It's a much more peaceful way to run a business, I think.
I think so too.
Ah.
So to wrap things up, I think this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
We've really explored the power of branding.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
And most importantly, we have a plan.
Arun's 5-step system.
It's a great roadmap for anyone who wants to build a brand that truly shines.
And remember, folks, branding is more than just marketing. It's about reflecting who you are at your core.
It's about creating an experience that people will remember and cherish.
So go out there and brand boldly.
Tell your story. Share your passion.
And if you're looking for a little extra guidance,
Don't forget about that Hotel Growth Hub webinar.
a great resource packed with tips and strategies.
Definitely check it out.
Well, that's it for this deep dive.
Until next time.
Happy branding, everyone.
Bye.